What's up, you guys? Greetings from Malaysia. This is Sari again, and today's topic is all about the things that a plant beginner should consider or must consider when buying plants. So I hope you guys get some tips and cares from this video, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing, and if you're not, thank you so much for coming back. So without further ado, let's get started. So again, as I've mentioned in my previous vlog, research is life. Do some research about the plants that you like to purchase or you're interested at. But as a plant beginner, so this vlog is all about plant beginners, right? So I suggest, because I've been there, and I suggest that you guys don't go with the hype. For now. Why? Because first of all, we must consider if can we take good care of this type of plants, or can we afford this, or do we have any ideas on taking care of this plant, or what requirements do they need? So these are some of the considerations that we need to think of. So number one is what type of plant to buy. So for the plant beginners, I suggest getting some of these plants, such as the pothos. We also have sansevieria or snake plants. You guys can get aglaonemas. Spider plants. Scindapsus as well. And of course, some type of philodendron plants, just because these type of plants are not fuzzy and complicated. You can pretty much put them anywhere in your house. So another thing is the location. Of course, we need to put our plants in a proper location, so we must consider what type of house do we stay in. For example, apartment, flat, or condo, or townhouses, type of houses, or whatnot. So do we have enough sunlight for it? Do we have proper ventilations for our plants? So as you guys can see, I have a very limited space here. I stay in an apartment, so I pretty much put most of my plants indoors, like literally indoors, and some I put them at the balcony. So if they get bushy or bigger, I don't have problems managing their space or whatnot. So there you go. So the next one would be the watering requirements. So I've made a lot of mistakes regardless with watering my plants, and I don't want to do the same mistakes again, because I feel so bad when I kill my plants due to overwatering. So I don't want you guys to do the same mistakes as I did. So I would always use the finger method, traditional, but it works for me. So I'll just dip my finger 1 to 2 inches from above the soil And if you think that the water is a bit moist and watery, so it's not time to water your plants yet, as you can see, the soil is kind of sticking to my fingers, so I don't need to water my plants for now. On the other hand, if you see that the soil is kind of dry, so in this video you can see that the soil doesn't stick through my fingers, so it means to say it's time to water the plant. Or you can pretty much pull up or lift up your pots, so if you feel that it's light, then it's time to water them. However, for my prayer plants, I just use humidifiers because these plants doesn't like to be watered often, so I don't have a specific time or a specific watering schedule for them, but most of the time I would just water them when the soil is halfway dry, or let's say 8 to 10 days before I water them. So that's about it. So let's talk about the sunlight. Sunlight can be very tricky, so as the watering of the plants. So for example, this camellia behind me and alopecia. So these babies doesn't need too much of sunlight. They don't like bright light or bright indirect light. Some may, but most of them like medium to low light. So when I say medium to low light, you guys can pretty much put them inside your living room, your kitchen, your bathroom, even your bedroom. It's okay. And like aglaonemas, philodendron, kalanchoe, this begonia, they like bright indirect light, so better put them outside your porch or balcony or your garage, but make sure that it is indirect, bright indirect sunlight. But in general, plants do prefer bright indirect light or bright indirect sunlight or shady part of your home, such as the garage, your balcony, and make sure that your balcony is like this. For example, my one, okay, I put this green screen, so please do watch my previous vlog about the balcony greenhouse theme that I made. So I use this to protect my plants due to harsh sun rays. So yeah. So let's talk about fertilizers and soil. So my soil mix is composed of loam soil or garden soil, just the normal ones, and then charcoal. I use rice hull sometimes, and then cocoa peat, and that's about it. I don't use perlite. Yeah, I've mentioned this a couple of times. Yes, I don't use perlite, but I do use charcoal. So here we have the rice hull, the cocoa peat, the garden soil, and my organic compost / fertilizers. So I don't use them often, but I use this chicken poop as my fertilizers for all of my plants. You can use your compost and fertilizers in two ways. So sometimes I would mix it with my soil mix, or I would just simply put them on top of the soil, and just about teaspoon of the fertilizer and it's good to go. So I just till the soil a bit and then put some chicken poop on it. So this can last up to 2 months, and then re-fertilize your growing plants during their growing seasons. That's the perfect time to fertilize them.
So I hope this video helps, especially for our plant beginner friends. And if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. And if you're not, thank you so much again for coming back. And yeah, this has been me, Sari, and I'll see you guys on my next vlogs. Bye.